The seductive styling of the 2022 Mazda CX-9 elevates your idea of what a three-row CUV can be.
Get 0% financing on a new Mazda CX-9 at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda.
That would be concerning and maybe set a precedent moving forward.
If you have plans to be outside, you might hit a couple of these little passing showers.
A drug bust and a few arrests made. Look at what they hauled in here.
Good Wednesday morning. We've made it to the halfway point, albeit it is a gloomy start today.
It kind of is, and obviously we're giving you a look right now, courtesy of our Sky 9 camera network, part of what you're seeing out there as we get you ready for 9 News Now. Welcome to it. Magic buttons over
Look
here.
at you.
Well, no,
You're like Vanna White.
I left it up on the wrong thing. We'll get to all these stories here in a quick second. But for a lot of folks, as they wake up, you mentioned it. The top story is going to be the forecast. And for the last number of days, we've been trying to get folks ready for maybe a little bit of rain coming our way.
How about we check in with Dr. Steve Caparata for what we knew was coming, but let's talk more specific timing. Steve, good morning.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, giving you a look at our First Alert Radar Network. We're tracking developing low pressure offshore of our coastline right now, where you can see some lightning with some heavier storms. Inland, though, we've just had some light showers this morning. They've diminished a bit over the last 30 to 45 minutes. Most of this generally moving east to west. A light shower or two crossing the Amite River, not far from, say, Watson, and then some scattered showers across the Felicianas into Wilkinson County, Mississippi right now. Live look over downtown Baton Rouge. You get that look at those overcast skies. We've got Sky 9 camera brought to you by Our Lady of the Lake. Temperature-wise, not doing bad. Low to mid-60s for most of us. Baton Rouge, Gonzales, 63. New Road starting out at an even 60 degrees. Temperature's not going to warm up a whole lot today with the combination of clouds, some passing showers, and a northeast breeze. I've got upper 60s at noon, a high maybe around 72. Wouldn't be surprised some areas don't get out of the upper 60s. And just kind of this off and on shower pattern through the day with maybe a storm mixed in. Let's give you a look at that on future radar. As we advance this and we pause at noon, you'll see some of those scattered, mostly light showers continuing to move inland and tending to weaken. Heavier rains near and south of New Orleans. We'll pause again at 3 o'clock. Scattered rain showing up, and right on into the late afternoon and evening. Still looking at scattered rain. Still looking at more widespread, heavier stuff off to our east, but could get occasionally some downpours here locally, and that continues right on into tonight. Let's pick it up now. Midnight tonight. Here's our area low pressure. That starts tracking towards the northern Gulf Coast, probably moving inland into Mississippi. Some moisture rotating around it, so still pretty good rain chances tomorrow morning, especially near and north of the interstates. That's 6 a.m. Still looking at decent rain chances through lunch on Thursday near and north of the interstates. But as that low continues inland, rain should start to taper off tomorrow afternoon. There's still more rain to come this weekend, picking it up Saturday morning on the European, maybe an isolated shower or two. Scattered rain showing up here at lunchtime, and then rains becoming more widespread during the afternoon as a cold front approaches at 7 o'clock Saturday evening. Rain starts to diminish Saturday night. The good news is, I think by the time you wake up Sunday, most of the rain is out of here as that cold front moves on through. Now, the next 5 days takes us through Monday morning. Weather Prediction Center showing many of us getting 1 to 2 inches of rain, but 2 to 4, maybe 2 to 5 near and south of New Orleans, and totals could be a little bit lower as you go northwest of Baton Rouge. Decent soaking on the way, but I think locally rain amounts should be manageable for most of us. But it is going to be some off and on shower activity today, right on into tomorrow. Occasionally a few storms mixed in. Today and tomorrow, temperatures below normal with highs in the low 70s. Friday, some sunshine returns, allows our temperatures up to 83 for a high. We'll get rains returning Saturday, exiting hopefully before daybreak Sunday. And then next week, it looks like we start to warm back up, mostly looking at highs in the 80s and perhaps another rain chance Wednesday and Thursday. It's 7:06, 7:07 now. Checking on traffic. Here's Johnny.
Thank you, Steve Caparata. Nice to see you, sir. Good morning, everybody. Glad you switched over as well as we continue right here at 7:06. And we take you to Lottie. Let me go out to 190 and see. That has gotten a lot better. That wreck may be cleared. If it's not, it will be momentarily. It was a 190 eastbound coming toward the Baton Rouge area from Opelousas. And, of course, Lottie coming from Opelousas is just over the Atchafalaya River right past Crotch Springs. So kept an eye on that for you. Meanwhile, I-12 traffic not bad this morning coming out of Denham into East Baton Rouge Parish. This is I-12 at Millerville as you approach the Sherwood Forest Boulevard area. And then again, I-12 right past Airline. This is the Drusilla Jefferson off-ramp. There's still a lane right over here in the Jefferson overpass as you make your way closer to the 1012. And the bridge traffic is okay going west. Coming in from the west on 10 East, a little bit slow right here as you get up onto the bridge from LA1, but the LA1 intercoastal traffic on the overpass right there is not bad at all this morning as we make our way in and around midweek and the last Wednesday of spring break for spring breakers and moms and dads. 7:07, we go back to our other studio, Studio B, and some day's headlines with Matt and Liz.
Johnny, thanks. And good to see the roads are easing up on the spring break week for a lot of folks.
We'll take it. Yesterday was not fun. All right, let's, speaking of the roads, let's travel up north to our friends in Mississippi. It wasn't that long ago, right? Well, it seems maybe long ago, that part of Mississippi, just to the north of us, dealing with devastating tornadoes, right? I mean, just tearing through Dixie Alley. But right after that, right, you remember in other parts of the country, tornadoes impacting as well. Yeah. It was almost like Mississippi kind of got put on that back burner, maybe not thought of as much on the national scale.
Yeah.
That's not the case for folks in Louisiana. We know what this is. We know what this feels like. Some help headed up there, but they're still dealing with it. They're still dealing with a lot, Liz.
To the day, March 24th, not that long ago, but as Matt mentioned, kind of getting tucked under with all of the nationwide severe weather. But this is kind of the real picture of what a lot of folks wake up to every single day, Matt, and that's if you're lucky enough to have a trailer or a camper to stay in. You know, Deanne was talking this morning about how a lot of people in Rolling Fork and surrounding areas that were impacted by the tornado, they're having trouble getting help. Hotels turning them away. Places to stay is hard. When you talk about this is a town hall meeting made in an impromptu gym, right? People just getting together to kind of figure out what are our options, what hope is left when you're looking at what's left of your home and it's all a pile of sticks and wood and rubble. It's really hard to find hope in that kind of situation.
It really is. And so when it's difficult to find hope in that place that you have called home for so long, what you need is hope to arrive from other places. And that is what's going on all across the South. Louisiana knows full well what it means to be devastated by Mother Nature, whether it's hurricanes or floods or, yes, tornadoes as well. So continuing efforts from the bayou headed across the state lines. Kelly Hubbard talking with some good folks this morning, and this was this got a lot of folks going this morning. The emotions are real, they're raw, and they're on their way up.
You have to listen to Kelly's interview with Chief Carl Dunn. Baker Fire Department, Baker Police Department joining forces to do some good in Rolling Fork. In the last 30 minutes, they just embarked upon their trip. They're heading up there now. Carl Dunn was saying that he seasoned 832 chicken wings to fry up for people there in Rolling Fork to make sure they get a hot meal. The assistant fire chief is cooking up a large pot of pastelaya, making green salad, drinks for people. This is on top of an 18-wheeler they're lugging to Rolling Fork filled with cleaning supplies, canned foods, bottled water, blankets, anything that they can use there, because during the flood, we know people from all over the country came to give us things that we didn't even know we needed.
He made mention of that, the chief did this morning. He's like, you know, you get back what you give. And it's not that at some point we hope to get that again. We hope to never have to deal with that again. We would love nothing more than to be in a position to do nothing but give continuously. And South Louisiana is always going to do that. They continue to. It was also good to hear him say, look, hey, or actually Kelly this morning at 5:30 he said somebody saw the story at 5 o'clock and jumped out and ran down there real quick to drop off some stuff. It matters. It makes a difference. And it's all thanks to you guys out there, help on the way to Mississippi.
You can still make monetary donations via Cash App. They're going to be buying more food and water while they're up there. So please, if you find it in your heart, make that donation and really help them out.
All right, other headlines going on. Actually, is this right? A year to the day?
Hard to believe, Matt.
A 3-year-old taken far too soon, asleep in his own bed, and a remembrance ceremony for him scheduled for later today.
You can't forget this sweet face. You can't forget the name Devin Page Jr., his family, his mother and grandmother actively trying to get his name out there through good deeds like toy drives and whatever, while trying to cope with the loss here with no answers. The investigation's still kind of at a stalemate here. They're looking for more answers, looking for more tips. But as Matt mentioned, today marks that 1-year anniversary since they lost their 3-year-old. So when you talk about coming together to memorialize him, we're told there's going to be a special announcement of some sort. It doesn't have to do with the investigation itself, but we're told that Kathy Tolliver, she tells me she got a phone call yesterday, something that she really wants to share with the community. 5:30 today, they're asking you to show up at North Boulevard Town Square in downtown Baton Rouge to help them through this.
That's a big spot. that can take a lot of people.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be awesome if it was filled up? Happening today, remembrance ceremony for this 3-year-old gone way too soon, and you can be a part of that. Speaking of remembering, right? A lot of times you'll see a balloon release in memory of a lost loved one, that kind of thing. But fact is, when those balloons go up, they got to come down somewhere. It's essentially littering into the sky. Eventually, this could be a thing of the past in EBR.
Yeah, we could see penalties come for people who organize balloon release events. The Councilwoman Lori Adams is proposing a measure to potentially fine people. So the first offense, you'd be fined $100. Second offense could be $250. She's going to introduce it tonight at the Metro Council meeting, a regular meeting. But if it comes up, members wouldn't vote on it until a couple weeks later.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks down the road. Speaking of down the road, are you a hockey fan?
Yeah, from the north. Come on.
Come on now. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, come on.
Look, there's nothing like a live hockey game.
No.
I make the argument it is, of all the sports out there, it is probably the most insane to go see live. And we're going to have a chance to do that now. A minor league professional team coming to Baton Rouge. It's exciting.
The first game is going to be in October of this year. Yeah. They eventually want your help naming this team here. So as soon as we find out when that's going to happen, we'll let you know just so you can submit your names.
Baton Rouge Rainstorm. The Baton Rouge Storm. No, let's not do that. Actually, as you look at today, we do have a little bit of showers coming our way, and just what you can see on that future radar right there. You got a name idea for the team there, Steve?
I saw somebody suggest yesterday the red stickers.
The red stickers.
Stickers.
Oh, okay, the red stickers. That's not bad.
Just sticking everybody up against the glass like that.
It's an option.
Well, that's another way of going.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, can I get Johnny out on the rink?
Now that I would pay to see.
I'd like to check him up
personal.
against the glass.
I will click you and you'll go away. Watch. It doesn't work.
It doesn't
He's
work.
working on it.
Doesn't work
He's
that
working
way.
on
But
it.
look,
Thankfully,
Matt, to your point, I mean, hockey being here, that's going to be a lot of fun.
Look at that.
It did work. It
Good.
did work.
Well, how about
And
the
right
late
below
reaction?
me is Steve's radar, and that's what's coming our way, folks. Get ready for it.
Need to
just
focus
did your
on the
weather
forecast. You're right, Steve. It's a little bit of rain coming our way, I guess, huh?
Yeah, it's going to be kind of off and on through the day today into the first part of tomorrow. Keep the umbrella handy.
All right. Our team will see you in about 5 minutes in the mothership. We'll see you again soon. Bye.